Hello, welcome to Pitch Please. My name's Alex. I'm joined by developer Chris from Foggybox. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Ooh. Hello, developer James from Catastrophic Overload.
Hello.
Thomas, the Ideas Powerhouse Engine.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi,
How you
Alex.
doing? This is a bit different.
You're
because
Alex. It's just be clear.
This is. Oh yeah, my name's Alex.
You're Alex.
I'm also here. So the idea of this podcast, if you've not listened to us before, is it is a podcast. What was our tagline? What was our old tagline? that
A
we never say
podcast
anymore?
where people who play games pitch ideas to people who make them.
Exactly. That's
We've only been doing this for
3 years. Yeah,
3 years?
something like that. Anyway, if you've not
Feels
listened to
like
this before,
Feels
the
long
way
ago.
the way this works is one of us will pitch an idea for a game.
We play games.
We play. Well, you and I play a lot of games.
I'm a gamer.
You guys don't play any games, but you make them.
That officially,
Yeah.
yes, we're not
That's how it
allowed
works.
to.
And so one of us will pitch an idea for a game. Usually Tom. If not Tom, then we source it from the audience because we're dry. We've run out of ideas.
Well,
and then,
no.
and
Well,
then we spend the rest of the show trying to figure out how that game can happen, how it might work. And we throw all of our little ideas into a big pot until it becomes completely tasteless and unpalatable by the end.
maybe you listening can draw inspiration from these wonderful ideas and the
Well-
mess that we've made of them and maybe turn them into something okay.
That's what's so exciting about this special episode is that first of all, we're all actually physically here, which is quite lovely.
We're in person. We're live on the internet right
Part
now.
of Pickaxe Week. We can touch each
That's a
other.
little too.
For podcast listeners, they touched.
Yeah.
oh yeah, sorry.
We have to clarify everything.
Yeah, every
that we're
time
doing.
something physical happens. Okay. And then
Picking up my coffee.
also this is a little bumper episode, and we're not just doing one pitch. We're doing
Slurp.
a bunch of pitches. And
no.
last week we asked for pitches from you guys out there who follow
Out
us
in the
on
wild.
social media. We actually got.
And how did that
Forest
go? How did that go,
rumors.
Alex?
We actually didn't get what I was expecting, which was we actually,
Good one.
We didn't
I
get
thought
anything.
we would get the minimal amount of pitches, and we would just we wouldn't have the option of choice. We wouldn't have the luxury of choice.
We'd have to just go with the
we'd
only
have to
one
go
that came
with
in.
the
No,
only one that
turns
was.
out,
We've been doing this for 3 years. And
We've accrued an
can't
audience of
even,
3 people.
We can't even get one.
Actually, we had quite a few.
we had quite a few people
right.
submitting. I've got
always a surprise.
list here of pictures I've selected out of that bundle
Tom's
of
filtered them out.
shite.
Nice.
Thomas put his gloves on,
Yep.
stuck his hands. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park with the the Triceratops poo pile. You know, when she's looking for lilac berries in the
It's
poo.
like that one scene in the home movie of My Birth.
I was in that.
And you found some gold nuggets in there.
I found some nuggies. You wanna jingle my nugs?
Yeah, let's do it. Sweep off the little
Um,
bits of poop. And...
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god.
Maybe no. There's some doubles
More
in
than I-
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Six whole
pictures
pitches. We don't have
We
time
need
for
to
that.
rattle through in this bumper Pickaxe
Wow,
Week episode.
6-piece nuggets.
You should have brought a dice. We
What?
should have
So we could roll them?
We could have rolled to see.
Pick a number
God,
between
you're
1
right.
and 6.
9. No, 4.
It's a 6. There's dots on the top.
Yeah, it's just sorry, I read it upside down.
4. You want to go
4.
with 4?
Let's go with 4.
I'm going to decide against it. We're going with 1.
The dice rolled a 1.
It rolled a 1.
You said a 4 in Tom's dice.
Yeah,
Tom's
it
head
was,
dice
it was
rolled
wish
a 1.
fulfillment, and as it rolled,
You just
1.
did that.
That's a snake.
Yeah.
For the podcast
rolling a
listeners.
dice.
For podcast
I can't
listeners,
just-
Yeah, we can't say that.
Can't describe.
wank symbol
No, imitation dice
dice
release.
with explosion at the end.
Yeah, well,
Please.
flourish.
What is
Flourish.
pitch number 1?
Sorry.
God's sake.
So the first game that we intend to turn into an actual game was sent in by Reed.
Hello,
The
Reed.
message is, "Hello everyone, my name is Reed, and I had a pitch."
I think you should do it in Reed's voice.
I don't know.
I think he's
I haven't.
German.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, my Name ist Reed, und I had eine pitch for a game where you are ein Kato,
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
which is controlled in a very similar way to the game Stray. And there is, wait, and and there is a frog, PHROG, living in your owner's home.
pH.
this-
Hang on.
It's an
Did you
acidic frog.
accidentally like put two of them together?
No, that's
no, that you're right. You're right. That's one.
a frog.
Is it in German?
ROG
Yeah, right.
is obviously the German word for a person who secretly lives in someone's home without the homeowner's knowledge.
Frog.
Frog, apparently, who often sneaks out at night to steal food and stuff. At night, you have to avoid the frog because while they might not want to kill your owner, hang on.
I
I picked the wrong number. Let's go for number 2. No,
You should have gone for number 4.
Wait, sorry. There's some leaps we have to make here.
Right.
You're a cat.
nice.
Yeah.
Frog. Sorry.
No, you're a cat
We're a cat.
who lives in a house. In that house is someone who lives, I guess, in like the attic, the loft.
Yeah, so I just looked up the definition of frogging. It's actually on it's slang. It's on dictionary.com.
Yeah,
It is on
frogman.
dictionary.com, so
Frog
it's
me,
kind of
daddy.
legitimate. Frogging is the act of secretly living in another person's home without their knowledge or permission. So like living in the walls.
In the wall. Okay, fine.
or the
there-
attic.
If I was having sex in a
Perhaps,
public
yeah.
lake.
so there is a man in your
That's
walls,
dogging, Alex.
and there's a man in your walls, / attic / loft / basement.
Yeah.
We'll presume this is a big house, and he sneaks out at night to steal your food and stuff. At night, you have to avoid the frog because while they might not want to kill your owner, they'll definitely try to kill you to stop them from getting caught. So they're cat killers, and you're a cat.
Oh, so you as a cat, you wanna like help your owner. You want to warn your owner of what's going on.
Exactly. So in the night, you are mostly hiding, making noise to try and wake your owner up and get the frog caught, and watching the frog to try and figure out how they're slipping in and out of wherever they're hiding. During the day, you have to try and use cat mischief to try and lead your owner to where the frog, PHROG, is hiding. So maybe you can knock over a vase near a clue where the frog has left, or pee near the hiding space to try and lead your owner to it with the smell.
Oh, okay. So you are trying to get your owner to figure out you're trying to take them to the little breadcrumbs.
Little
clues.
breadcrumbs of the man in the walls.
So they can reach the conclusion. Someone's frogging in my house.
Yeah, but
Someone's
I
frogging.
mean, you're a cat, right? Like,
Okay.
how often do you pay attention to the antics of, well, not you, Alex, but cats? As cat owners, most of us,
Yeah, you
I don't.
guys both own cats, right?
I don't pay attention at all. They're
Really?
yelling at me. They're probably hungry.
Yeah,
Probably need to go outside. Probably bored. I'm not
Yeah.
paying attention.
they might be dead.
It might, it might be.
I don't know about you.
haven't seen them.
Do you have a man living in your house that you don't know about?
There could be. Maybe there is, but I'm not listening to the signs.
Yeah, you just admitted to animal neglect live.
They're alive. They're fine. They're having a great time.
Just lying.
But it's just I don't know what I would do. What could cats do that would grab your attention? Obviously, knock over a vase. You're going to be pissed off over.
Well,
with
assuming they could just come into the bedroom, jump on you, like
Meow, meow.
Yeah,
meow,
but-
meow,
Yeah, but that's
meow,
what
meow,
that's just
meow.
going
cat
to.
jumps on you. What are you going to think?
I would
3
think.
a.m.,
Oh, they
fuck
want
off,
food.
just-
So
They want food.
There
fuck
must be a
off.
man in my house.
we've been looking after a cat like on and off for one of our friends, and he is very. The only time, well, he shows affection quite a lot, but whenever he'll show affection in the morning, it's always because he's just desperate for food.
Or a
Although
shit.
one time I did wake up in the middle of the night
That's me.
and he was on my on my pillow, just like inches away from my head, just watching me and purring very loudly.
and then being like,
It was-
there's a frog in here. What are you doing?
Maybe that's what
asleep?
he was, because this whole time I've just found it quite uncomfortable and didn't know what it was. But maybe
I
that's
think if anyone has a frog in their house,
maybe it's me,
it's you. I think you are the frog.
the frog.
Well, what's quite good about this, if you assume that Tom is the owner of this cat, so you know you're a neglected cat, and
And Alex is in my
Can't
walls.
win the game.
and Alex is in the walls.
And basement.
No matter what you do, you know you've got to go crazy as the cat to try and get Tom's
I
attention.
like the idea that the owner is either neglectful or like stupid.
Yeah,
Like so it makes the challenge quite hard.
I
quite
like
tough.
the idea that the owner is.
I'm a big fan of that.
I like the idea of it.
That's the kind of game I want to play.
It gives me big, like, classic horror, like, the cat has to hide as well, so it's like
Hmm.
the small cat lockers he gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Oh yeah.
so if
And you have to stop purring whilst he walks by.
yeah, so basically it turns into okay. So the daytime it turns into kind of like it's like a puzzle investigation game. At nighttime it's Alien Isolation.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
point and click adventure, except instead of a cursor to move your character,
Right.
you're a cat. And you're just leaving clues to hope that your character, which is the person, will walk to.
Yeah, but what clues can you
clues.
like? You can just shit and throw up and hairball in places. You want a hairball and shape of
could,
arrows to
Like,
point.
scratch an arrow on the ground.
Yeah.
Day one, you pour all the milk into a measuring jug and then back again. They see there's 300 milliliters of milk.
Very ambient. Like
Wow.
this cat. Like,
Day two, suddenly there's only 250 milliliters of milk. Where'd the 50 go?
they would assume the cat might drink it.
Uh,
I think definitely
water.
you would-
Well, something that's not. What can cats
Wait,
not
you do you
drink?
think cats?
Fanta.
Do you think cats can't drink water? Are you just not?
Cats. I don't
You're-
think a cat would drink Fanta.
Oh, I don't know. Fruit twist.
I
No,
think they
my
would give it a
cats, my cats are
try.
terrified of the fizzing noise.
Yeah,
that's
so's
true.
mine.
Yeah, they hate. They also are desperately afraid of bottles.
Yeah.
So I think they'd stay away from
I
a
would
Coke
stop
or a
talking.
Fanta.
You're just digging your own. Why are they scared of bottles? You don't want to know. But yeah, I think like hiding under tables. You know, there's small places that you can hide as a cat. Maybe the
But the-
ability to
the
climb.
small places the frogger can get to small places, right?
Well,
so
he's not,
you
well,
need
he's not
to
a frog.
no, but it's just but it has like if it can live in your house without you noticing, it's probably quite small.
We had a suggestion from Samet Kane that says difficulty can be the owner's negligence level. So easy mode is obviously like a really caring, really
Okay.
kind.
And they're
Yeah.
patient. You could have a patience meter. So it's the
patienceometer.
patienceometer. The more turds you leave around to try and highlight the frogger's location, the more likely you're going to get thrown out
Oh,
at night.
they just kick you out.
Yeah.
Eventually, they just take you to a different owner.
Yeah.
They take you to
That's
foster home.
You're gone.
Um,
Does the person living in a house like have a set path? Like he has to
Maybe
come down, go into the kitchen, like get food, and then get back up.
I
Like
feel like it's a like
you,
a
if you were living in someone's
Groundhog
house in
Day.
secret, you wouldn't just go, "Oh fuck it, we're going to in every room," and be like, "Let's go on a little explore."
Well, is that maybe there are certain rooms of the house that they don't go to as part of their normal routine
How big's the
often.
house?
So you have to.
I
Well,
don't go to the east wing.
no, or maybe
I
they
think-
don't, or areas of the room that they don't go to very
Could be a
often.
big house. That might make
Okay.
it better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It could be a
perhaps.
ghost.
Like an old
Like haunted mansion.
so. You have to
Wayne
warn
Manor
your,
kind of house.
warn your owner as a cat.
That there's a ghost.
Wait,
There you go.
the owner's the ghost.
That's the twist at the end. You're trying to stop the owner the whole time, and you don't realise until the end.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but like if like say either you have a small house and there are just areas of the room that people don't go to very often,
Can't you just
or
hide there then?
well, no, but what I'm saying is like that's where the frog is going
The
to go.
highest
right?
activity of frogging.
So you were trying to convince your owner through various ways to just go into those areas and break their routine. And once they go in there, maybe they will notice the thing. They'll be like, "Hang on a second, why are there some crumbs, some actual just crumbs on the floor here? I haven't eaten a sandwich in the bathroom of the East Wing for years.
And then you go,
Something's amiss.
must have been the cat.
It must have been the cat."
But
But
the cat doesn't like brown bread, so what's this?
yeah,
all
so
about?
so maybe you have to think of a better. But like, I think the idea of like trying to if the owner is in the daytime, they just have their daily routine, and you have to figure out a way to break out of that. It kind of reminds me of
Somehow they
Like
just
Hitman.
keep crossing paths, but in different times.
yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
never in the right place at the right time.
I mean, honestly, if you had a Frogger in a large house, does it matter? If you're just one person living in like an estate or a mansion,
Well, there is an alternative in which maybe there is a time limit before the frog does something to your owner, so you have to hurry to get them caught before time runs out. Alternatively, the frog could be either a realistic just person, just a dude, or they might be an awful horror movie monster that can do insane things like avoid getting caught by crawling around on the ceiling and slipping and squeezing into small cracks.
I think that works better because then it has abilities.
Mm.
you think it should be more
I
like
think
horror.
if it's just like a homeless man. Well, he's not. He lives in yours. But well, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if they can do much.
I like the idea of a monster, and then perhaps it can.
I'm not trying to,
Perhaps the monster becomes like it starts off as like a little goblin thing, but it becomes more powerful.
The more it eats, the bigger it gets.
The monster
the
becomes
more
a
dangerous. Like it accrues
Yeah.
different skills
Yeah.
as you go on.
So it's like evolve.
Yes, it's
You can literally see it. So is this now an asymmetrical?
It's just an esport.
Is this an
Remember when they
esport?
tried to make that an
I
esport?
do.
It's like Dead
War
by
game.
Daylight, but 1v1.
Well, it's
It's like a lot
it's
of games.
it's
actually.
kind of a 1+1v1. The +1 isn't really doing much.
No.
Except trying to listen to the 1 against the 1. And the 1 is a frog. And the other 1 is a cat. But the
That's on the back
+1
of the box.
is just a dude who lives in a mansion on his own.
How?
Well,
Does that
I'm
make
glad, I'm
sense?
glad we cleared that up.
I feel like we should have different cats and different houses, so it's like different levels.
I think different
So,
cats have different abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you could be a black cat and you
Like
can,
what?
You can blend into the shadows more.
Yeah,
And you're harder to
Okay.
find.
it's easy.
Well, all right. Well, give me more.
Ginger cats,
Give me three
Ginger
more.
cats.
not good in the sun.
3 more.
Yeah.
More aggressive.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got wooden floors, and our ginger cat is almost the same color, and he blends in quite well there. Again, it's the same mechanic,
No,
but
wooden floors. It could be that certain ones it turns like ice. You know, like
you've got no grip.
you've got no
yeah.
grip. But there's like a perk for being, like a tabby.
You can
where it's like
drift.
you've got good paw track, like a gecko.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You can't climb walls. Maybe you can.
But maybe you can't. I
But
mean,
you've got claws.
yeah, cats. Yeah,
Yeah.
they climb walls all the time.
Like ragdolls are particularly friendly, right? So maybe you
So-
get
Yeah.
more patience ometer.
Or there is an ending in
Oh,
which
yeah.
you get adopted by the monstrous frog,
Maybe
and you have a great time.
you just team up.
Yeah, you kill the owner,
Quite like that.
so,
as cats would most likely do.
Yeah.
what is the gameplay like? Because when you first mentioned it, I was imagining. I can't remember the name of the game, but there's a game where you. It's like it's called like a cat adventure or something. But essentially, it's like it's the first person. It's a first person. Not shooter, but game.
Shit, this game already exists. It's called Cat Adventure. How did we
Is it,
not see that
Is
coming?
it the one where you knock stuff off?
Yeah, what's that called?
Oh, it's not like catastrophe or something. It's
Cat,
cat,
No, you didn't come up with the name, Chris.
like paw. It is a pun, I think.
Is it
Paw
really?
Patrol.
No,
That's something
Not
else.
paw, dog.
It's called
apocalypse.
I don't know, but I know what you mean. So it's when you play as a cat, but you go around and you just knock stuff off.
Yeah, you
and
just have to
cause
knock-
as much damage as possible in like.
That's what I like because that's because that is like it takes that gameplay which is really basic.
Just go, your phone is
Um,
literally out.
Yeah, but we've also got a live Twitch chat here to help us out.
That's true.
Cat game.
Little Kitty, Big City. It's not
No, not that
No.
one.
No, Hello Kitty, Little Adventure.
Roller
Hello
Rescue.
Kitty, I think that's it.
What?
It's not Hello Kitty Roller.
So it's like it takes that gameplay which is quite simple, but then adds like this other layer of like puzzle and like stealth.
Cat lateral damage.
Cat lateral damage.
Nice.
Told
That is
you.
Not a good name.
It was
Is that
fun.
We had
really
better
is
ones
that really the
immediately.
name?
That is the name.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Catastrophe is just right there. And apocalypse.
Apocalypse is good.
Not good.
Yeah, so like that, but then with this, but the daytime, you're knocking stuff over for a reason and using your other abilities and is there a way that you could also have like a perk system that you upgrade? How do you get XP as a cat?
Better treats or something.
Spraying your territory.
Yeah, the more territory you
Mark.
control. The alien
And
monster.
the alien's doing it back.
Yeah.
It's like that mode in Tony Hawk where you grind and it turns things purple and blue and you have to get the more colours than the
Like
other
that, but
person.
with the Frogger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except you're not grinding rails, you are
Pissing on a wall.
pissing on walls and grinding up against sofas and stuff like that.
But that's going to make the owner
Well,
very angry.
You can
Oh,
do
I
it.
don't
You
know.
can do it in a way where you
like
leave a trail
I
that
love
the
it.
owner's like. It's like a piece of candy, but it's just a piece of shit. And you lead them through the house, but you have to make sure that you keep their patienceometer down. So you can only do enough, like, so many shits before you have to like run in,
Maybe you get
rub
like
up against them, and then be like, oh, that raised it again. And they go,
new
"What the
new
shit?"
purring skills or something. Like you're able to purr at a higher hertz. that
So only
calms
dogs
them
can
down.
hear you.
Yeah, or something.
Maybe you spend some of your nighttime not tracking the alien monster, but going out to ravage a mouse.
Yeah.
And then you,
Right.
like my cat has once done before, oh God, I don't want to talk about it. Spread it across the house. in
Find
various
bits of
parts.
ice. It's nice.
Well, you could do it where. Well, now we're just getting dumber. Like doing cat purr, they vibrate. You vibrate so much that you just phase. Yeah.
I like
Fourth
that.
dimensional
Phasing
purr.
through walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's
Perfect.
good.
It must be like
Perfect.
the only way
And
cats
you get
get out. of
sharper
things.
claws, and you can actually attack the frog. A
Yeah,
little
so if
bit,
he comes
like
to
a
grab you,
defense.
you can-
Yeah,
And then that gives you like one chance to run away.
yeah, yeah.
An
And
aggressive
hide,
play.
and hide in a small cat lock.
How does it work in Alien Isolation? What are the main threats? That,
Alien.
like,
Alien.
what are the, and you can't do anything against
being
the alien,
alone.
can you?
You can. You get a flamethrower at one point. It doesn't
You do,
like
yeah.
kill it. It
I think
just
it's like the only time you
makes
can.
it fuck off.
But there are other things
Temporarily
around.
like that.
There's like the what are they called, the Joes.
Synths.
The Joes.
The
synths. I can say synths the third time if you
I
want.
think they're called. What was it you said?
Synths.
Synths.
Okay.
The Joes.
No,
Yeah,
synths.
they're
Well, no, that's what they are. I'm just
Okay,
saying that they
alright.
look like humans, but they're
They were. Yeah.
Yeah, you can beat the shit out of them.
I feel like maybe I suppose this doesn't just have the Alien Isolation side; it also has the daytime side. But I don't really know what you do. What actually is the gameplay in the daytime side? And when it turns nighttime, are you immediately just like, okay, my owner's gone to bed, and now I just have to hide? Or
I would say maybe in the daytime is your exploratory sort of thing. Maybe there's scent trails left by that, and you can find. You can. It's the reverse. You're now tracking.
so you're doing the detective work. So
Yeah.
so in that daytime, you have to figure out like what's going on and where his. Perhaps that's the thing. Like the ultimate goal is to find out where the frogger's base is, but you don't know that because you never see them unless it's nighttime and they're attacking you.
Yeah.
You could try to strategically knock over specific things, knowing that that is the trail of the nighttime frog. So, luckily, there's a big tower of Lego here. You knock that over. Legos all over the floor. That'll make a noise at night.
Or
Oh, you
Oh,
wake up
and
the.
he'll
yeah.
put his foot on it.
If the owner
that
does it,
creature
then
when
you're
you're
in
out.
trouble.
Going to be screaming.
Well, yeah, but if the owner does it, you're in big trouble.
Are you,
Patience
like,
on.
trying to make a trap for the.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of
Yeah.
cat traps you could make. You leave a
Like Home Alone.
like
Yeah,
Home
exactly.
Alone, but
a yarn across like a
with two other
door.
things in the house.
A hairball. And
You just
like a
try to-
banana.
maybe the frog can't open stuff without alerting the owner. So you kind of strategically
So
try and shut doors.
there's a monstrous alien frog living in your walls that your owner
Yeah.
doesn't know about. He doesn't have the ability to open stuff. Yet your cat does have the ability to purr itself through reality.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It's very obvious.
Right. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to make sure this game is grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important.
That's very late on in the skill tree, Tom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be like it's that and nothing else.
Yeah. The other one would be like
Was it one of
rapid
the-
fire furballs as like a defense.
Oh,
Yeah.
You get to pick like
nice.
one of 3 ultimate perks. That's the top, like the end of the
Perks.
list.
Get it? Yeah.
So you
nice.
okay? So it's like Destiny now.
Yeah, there's like
You pick a
vibrate
class
shift
of cat.
phase. Yeah.
Yeah, which is like stealth mode.
Glass Catten.
yeah, yeah.
And then there's
Well, you need a defensive cat ability.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Chris.
No, I mean this is the joy of editing is that we could have had a good 5-minute gap, and we would have cut it. It made it sound really good.
Yeah.
All right,
When
we're
it's
gonna
live,
need help.
there's- yeah,
Someone else is gonna have to come
I'm
up
trying
with
to think of
defensive cat ability.
defensive words. Like what's a
Catamaran.
a titan?
If we just keep saying, we've got noise that we
Yeah.
don't need to cut out.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just craft armor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's proficient in pistols.
And then what else? What would the third one be? We've got
That was the
We just-
third one.
We just struggled with the
the
second.
phase.
Don't bring
Okay,
a
you
new
got
one
the
in.
phase as well. Phase shift.
Don't give us another one, Alex. We're done.
You could have hard mode where your collar has a bell on it, so
Oh, yeah.
you've got to be careful to not move too fast, although you
That's true.
alert
Yeah.
people. The frog.
There's so much potential here.
I'm just picturing a frog, by the way. Like my cat
I'm
loves
quite-
frogs,
Picturing
so
a creature.
it's like a
a
horrific
creature.
frog.
creature.
I'm
Well,
picturing.
hang on. What when you think of a horrific creature? Go on,
Like-
describe your
like
nighttime demon to me.
the flappy guy from Stranger Things, but with a bit more like sinewy. You know,
I was
Right.
more, more like webbing.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Critters? The film Critters.
Mhm.
I was picturing that.
So like
just
just
one
a
of the-
small boy.
It's like a kind of a really angry, gross hedgehog.
Okay.
I had like the Babadook, like a weird shadowy thing. Like,
Oh,
you-
yeah,
you
see, I was
never really
imagining the
It's
same
know.
quite
thing.
good. Yeah,
what it
no,
is.
it could be quite creepy.
What were the tree monsters in Witcher called? Lesh.
Oh,
Lesh.
Lesh.
Leshen. Lesh something.
Yes, those things were really cool.
Leshomatics.
Lesh-o-matics. Yeah.
Let's go.
I think they were called.
gamers.
Yeah, leshies, sure. Yeah,
I
those.
was just imagining that.
But they're massive, aren't they? They're like
Oh, they're
trees.
giant. But they're
How is that hiding in someone's house?
it like weeds its way through
Right, I see.
vines and
Okay.
stuff. Also, the Stranger Things one, name I've completely forgotten.
The Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
Just literally. As I looked at you,
Okay,
it
thanks.
reminded me of
Great.
the name.
That's huge as well. So
But no one goes in the East Wing, so they can lumber about a bit
there's a
more.
Demogorgon in the East Wing. That's why we don't eat our cereal in the bathroom in that room, or whatever you said earlier.
All right. So
So rate that one. What do you think?
Leshen is what it's called.
Leshen.
Thank you.
Oh, it was basically
for
there.
fuck's sake.
Rate
yeah,
that idea
close enough.
and give it a name.
I think out of 3 stars.
Sorry. Just Pussy Patrol. Popped into my head.
Would you buy /
Yeah,
play
there we go.
Pussy Patrol?
God no.
A stealth adventure nightmare.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't buy it.
No?
Sounds
No.
awful. I think we've come up with a really bad idea.
Is
I
it
don't-
because of the name?
I don't think
The
it
name,
helps.
the name doesn't help. I think.
Peggy 3.
I think it. I don't know. Actually, the idea of having like, I really like the pitch of it's Alien Isolation, mixed with a detective game. Like that sounds really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it needs more. It needs more work. It needs more work
Are you
from.
excited by the prospect? Obviously, it needs work. This entire podcast needs work. But what would you buy the prospect of it? I've come into your elevator. Hi. I've pitched for half an hour.
Let's go for half an hour.
Elevator
You're
stopped.
holding the alarm
I'm
button.
not closing the door until. Would you invest in my game, Pussy Patrol? Please?
What is it? Can I have the elevator pitch?
Hey, Alex.
Hey.
You're not leaving this elevator until I'm done.
Okay.
So-
I'm going to call the police.
No, don't. I throw your phone on the floor and I stomp on it.
Okay. Right, I guess.
No leaving now. Listen to me.
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
Listen. Hey,
Hey,
you're gonna be okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Hey, let me show you my Pussy Patrol. Okay.
Help!
You're no. Shh. Hands over your mouth. Okay, you're a cat. You're a cat. You're my little cat.
My little puss puss.
You're my little puss puss. You're my little puss puss. Say it. Say
Purr for me.
hand off the mouth. Say you're my little puss puss. Say it.
Just think how much gets edited out of this that you never hear until it's live.
Oh, this will stay in.
There's a man in the walls. There's no don't.
The end.
There's a man in the walls, and you're going to help me, aren't you? You're gonna save me from the monster in the walls. During the day,
Yeah.
you're gonna help me out, and at night, you're gonna follow the trail of this monster.
Okay.
Don't let me die, Alex.
Yeah.
Don't let me die.
Whatever you say.
You know what happened if I die?
You can piss on things too.
You want to piss on my?
You want to
furniture?
face for a wall?
You want to piss on my furniture? You dirty bitch! You want to piss on my
All right, I'm
furniture?
sold. I'll come back to yours right now.
And scene. Pussy Patrol.
Ding. The elevator.
And I like put a cloak over my face and run into the crowd.
2 million, let's go.
The whole time there's just been someone like behind us in the elevator as well. Just
They've been like leaning over, like I'm on floor 3.
yeah, sure, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
Wait, how much?
I don't fucking care. I got my kink. You interested in? We can do the scene if you want.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the person.
I'm going to take the stairs.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the game, sure.
I like the concept, maybe
Yeah.
not the name or execution.
You
The
came up
evolved
with a
thing is kind
name.
of interesting.
I didn't say it was good.
Well, that's on you.
That's on you.
Yeah.
You fucked
All right.
it.
Yeah, I'm still
You
trying.
fucked Pussy Patrol. All right, that is Pussy Patrol.
Classic.
That one is not the title of this episode.
So that
Did it come
was,
with a name when they pitched it?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it didn't. It didn't come with a name.
Okay.
You
Which
stuck
is-
with it then, sorry.
Which is fine. Sorry, Reed.
Thank you
Well,
very much.
thanks for sending in
Reed.
the idea
Yeah,
as well,
thanks,
Reed.
Reed.
That was wonderful. I mean, we took a turn on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry where it went, but we always end up apologising at the end. So, but we have plenty more, right?
We
Got
do.
more?
We had one that's actually kind of similar. From Jazzy Lightning. Hi there, Pitch Please pals.
Hey,
My
Jazzy.
name is Jazzy Lightning, and I have a game idea for you that I hope to make at some point soon. Is this a
We're gonna
promo?
make it.
This might exist
He's
in
trying
the
to-
near future, but I need help.
He's pitching it to us. Actually,
I need your help, our help, to flesh it out and make it fun. I would also appreciate a pun name if you can think of any, or if this game has already been made.
Queuing up, Chris.
Right. Summary. You play as a chubby little hamster that has escaped their cage. This is a third-person collectathon and exploration game that lets the player explore the room of their owner,
Similar.
finding little secrets, customizables, and many sunflower seeds to chew on. An idea I'm playing around with is the possibility of adding a timer to collect the seeds before the owner comes home, but I worry this will add pressure to the player and ruin the experience of
Is it-
simply being a little hamster.
Is it Katamari, but you're a hamster and you just keep loading your cheeks up until
Your
you
cheeks get bigger and
just
bigger.
roll.
And bigger.
absolutely gigantic.
You have limited
go.
stamina, making parkour between climbable objects, struggle to climb up a wall and make the player jump to the curtain to scramble up to a windowsill. Possibly have environmental puzzles for the player to figure out, like chewing through an object, like a sock, not a wire, to get a secret. Just many hamster gimmicks to feel more ham-like.
I left all my sunflower seeds in my sock, so I need to.
I left them scattered in a perfect line along the windowsill towards a chest at the end,
I like
a
it.
tiny hamster-sized chest. Gameplay should not be too complex as to be easily accessible to a wide audience, hopefully quite cozy and light in aesthetic, and because I can't code too well. Okay. It has a very Hamtaro vibe. Hamtaro?
Hamtaro.
I can picture the hamster.
Oh, look
I
at
can't do anything about it.
White face, yellow cheek.
Yeah, big eyes.
Big eyes.
Big
I
eyes.
think I recognize it, yeah.
It's feeling very wholesome so far. I can picture it.
Limited to just the owner's room for now, but feel free to imagine some other scenarios, NPCs or anything else for the game. I think there should be a frog in the wall.
Oh, no. This time there would be a cat.
There would be,
Oh, there's a cat in
It's,
the
it's
walls.
actually set in the same house and universe.
Oh, so
It's
the
down
progress
another
you
level.
make,
So it's now down another level. So the progress you make as a cat is now used against you.
you have to go against the cat that can phase through reality / wield.
You're a
knives.
hamster. You've got a ball that you can get in at any point.
You can fire
Saying that-
things at your cheeks.
You-
Store it all
yeah,
up.
Rapid
Ammunition.
fire, sunflower. My hamster used to have a little drag. I said drag act.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dragster with a wheel that you get in and you would just drive along. It was quite funny.
great.
Yeah, you could do stuff like that. A little novelty
Yeah.
hamster
Could work.
little car.
So like a what? Like a
It
remote?
was like a car,
But what?
but you would just the ball would sit in it and it would just drive around. It just looked like a car.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking like big GTA vibes.
So, what if? Okay, I don't want to completely change the idea,
Mm-hmm.
but I really want to see a GTA game, but everyone is a hamster, and the cars are hamster balls.
I think you're widening the scope.
Wait,
I'm
so
widening
the,
the scope a touch.
the city is still the bedroom.
Yes.
But they've got one of those rugs, which is the road
Okay, yeah,
map.
the roadmap. Yeah.
Oh, you say you're in a child's bedroom.
Yeah, but like you could with the hamster stuff, you could do like, oh, there's a Hot Wheels loop the loop with a ramp at the end, and the hamster sits on the car and drives around. There's like, you know,
Hot
like the
Wheels.
bit in Toy Story, he jumps off the bed onto the ball, goes like that. You could link
Yeah.
those things up.
But what's the
As a
actual?
hamster.
What's the aim? Like, what's
He's
the
collecting
goal?
sunflower seeds.
Collecting sunflower seeds, but for
far as
what
I'm aware.
purpose?
Get
Food.
fat,
He's got to eat.
Okay.
get big,
Hamster's got
Just
to
get
eat.
big. Oh,
He's also been
hibernate.
neglected.
hibernate.
But his
Yeah.
owner also just drops sunflower seeds everywhere.
Unfortunately, it's
like-
the highest difficulty level. Yeah.
There needs to be a mini game in the bathroom where you skate up and down the sides of the bath, try and grab.
So it's a
sunflower
Tony
seeds.
Hawk,
Yeah,
but you're a hamster.
yeah.
I love that.
Absolutely. Everything you can just grind along the sink. That's
What was that game that came out recently? Like a party game that's kind of like Gang Beasts, kind of like
Animal.
party.
Party Animals.
The
For some
always
reason, this just
online
reminded me of that. Just
multiplayer game.
Yeah, I could see that. I could
Sorry?
definitely the style of it.
Oh, it's just it's the game's got a bit of people aren't happy because it always has to be online, but it
Oh,
was
really?
Is it?
marketed as online and offline. and
What?
people are confused.
Well, we
about
can
that.
make ours offline. You know,
Well, with one.
Right,
with
immediately
him.
better than it.
and,
Why-
and it's hamsters only.
Why can't you play it offline?
So is it?
Good question, Tom. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like Hitman. So you play the single player has to be connected. You have to be
I think
connected.
it all has to be online. Yeah.
Interesting.
Party game forced online. A very physics-based game
Yeah.
as well.
It's interesting, isn't it? What's
Yeah.
going on there? Anyway,
You sound like you have some kind of inside scoop that you're not.
no, it's just weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
Podcast listeners, he's twirling a mustache. No, it's a. I mean, it looks really cute and fluffy, that game, and has really nice sort of physics and grabbing and climbing and stuff like that. I want to
I
do
don't
that.
think this
but
would
as
be
a
silly
hamster.
physics, though. This
Oh.
would just be like.
not
It's
silly
It's
physics.
got to be
Do you think
dumb. If you're a hamster going around the loop,
you don't want like super tight controls on your hamster?
I think a little like
A little bit silly, a little bit like
I feel
flopping
like
around the
this
place.
is very tough. This
Good
is a
jig
very
with
tough.
it.
game
Yeah,
to make
definitely.
in a post Fall Guys world. I feel like everything is going to be kind of like.
Well, it's a bit like I Am Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
And-
was that
and that's-
literally in a fishbowl?
You're in a.
Well, no, you would jump from like water bits to like you could roll around in a bowl, but it might smash. But you then flow down the guttering and land in a
Right,
swimming pool, and
okay.
you're like trying to get to the ocean.
Except in this case,
this,
you're
you're-
not leaving the room. It's I am bread.
I'm bread. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a hamster.
but you're a hamster.
You're a hamster.
I
I am hamster.
I am hamster.
Definitely. I like the idea of a collectathon though. It seems pretty chill. Just go around the house. I mean, it gives me like
just
Toy Story
time-based.
2 vibes. It was always fun to climb around the house level and get different perspective because you're tiny.
Oh God! I just had like a wave of nostalgia.
Yeah.
What
Um,
Toy Story
oh, you're
is it?
okay.
Not Toy Story. No.
Got
There was
nosebleed.
there was like I think it was on like a demo disc for the Dreamcast, and it was, I think, were you either like a toy soldier? You were okay. So I think it was just like a sandbox game, but you were just like toys in a kitchen, and you could jump onto the skateboard.
Oh,
do you know what I
fuck.
mean? And there was you could fly a plane at one point. I remember there was one bit where you could drive into a boot by the kitchen door for some reason, and it did
Oh
something.
my god, that's really ringing something with me.
It's resonating with my brain, but I'm imagining it. But I don't know if I'm just imagining what you're saying. Not that I'm
I think you
repicturing.
start on like the kitchen table, and oh my god, what was this?
Are you sure it was Dreamcast?
Maybe it was N64, but
No, if I played it, it would have been Dreamcast because I didn't.
It would have been
because I had
Dreamcast
so
or
many like demo
PlayStation 1.
discs for
I
the
had a-
the
I had a-
Dreamcast.
I don't remember demo discs for Dreamcast.
Oh, I don't either.
I just played Sonic Adventure.
Was it?
I just
was
played
it,
Hydro Thunder all the time.
Oh no, it wasn't
Great
Dreamcast.
game.
It had the tiny discs. That was a GameCube, wasn't it?
GameCube, yeah.
God,
You sure it wasn't a Toy Story
It wasn't Toy
spin-off? It's
Story.
not the it's not. the
no, it
plastic
wasn't Toy
soldiers.
Story. Oh my god, that's gonna haunt me. Well,
Anyone
it
out there
Toy
who knows?
is it Toy?
Is it that?
It's fucking Toy Commander.
Toy Commander.
Can I?
What did it come out
let me
on?
see.
It came out.
Oh my god, this looks so old.
There was it's just Dreamcast.
It was
um,
Dreamcast.
and
Okay.
It was there was originally a Microsoft Windows version planned.
Have you got the CD
2001.
cover? Because that'll be what jogs
The
my
CD
memory.
cover is not helping me at all.
Oh my god! It just looks like worms.
No, that
That's the.
that rings a bell.
Wow. Anyway, sorry. That just
And for audio listeners, just Google Toy Commander.
Toy Commander.
yeah. God, this looks so much worse than I remember.
Well, it's a Dreamcast game.
But in my head, it was hyper realistic.
Yeah, but that's because of, how old were you when that came out and when you played it?
Wait, I don't know.
26.
When did it come out? Sorry,
99, I think 98, 99.
99. I would have been. I can't do maths. 7.
Yeah, there you go.
And my
that's the thing,
math
like-
skills didn't evolve past that point either.
When you remember old games, you kind of reimagine them with what new games look like now a little bit. So you're like, oh, I went back and played the Uncharted 1, and I was like,
Oh, that's pretty rough, isn't it?
that looks awful by today's standards.
Yeah.
But in your
I didn't think it looked that bad.
but I didn't think it was, but it's
Oh, but
because
I
I
never
remembering
played it
I was
until
remembering
recently.
Uncharted 4
Yeah.
and sort of just being like, oh, I remember that like moment
Yeah.
in the game, and I played it and I was like, well, one, the controls were awful.
I mean, the
Number two,
gameplay is
really-
not great
yeah.
in that game.
But
It's-
I was like, I mean, when it came out at the time, I was like, this is incredible.
yeah.
It's the same with what's the MotorStorm? I played that and it had like the cool mud physics, and the mud would spray up and I think it would leave And like
yeah.
for the time, it was a PS3 launch game.
There was
At
so
the time,
many-
it was mind blowing.
Oh yeah, no,
And
I remember
I
this.
watched it again the other day. It was like 720p, and it
Yeah.
looked like shit.
I was watching a video earlier
Red.
today of another game that jogged my memory when I was a kid called Area 51, and it was on the
Right.
PlayStation, and it was an FMV Time Crisis style game. It was basically Time Crisis, but like FMV, and well, a mix of FMV. So it was like 3D modeled backgrounds.
So not like wait, sorry, what was the game? Sorry.
Area 51.
Oh, okay.
But it was
So was it like Mist?
no, it was so it's just
No.
No, absolutely.
How?
What you're imagining?
Even
nothing like that.
it was just so it was basically just Time Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving from like different areas of a 3D modeled like map, like one to the other, but rather than like 3D modeled enemies, it's just FMV characters.
Okay.
Like walking up with guns, and it was like really badly painted.
So like
people
Wolfenstein.
in overalls,
Right.
and no aliens,
Oh,
which was
just
weird.
boys.
I don't know if the idea was that they had been infected by aliens or something. I don't know what the law was.
maybe you're just raiding Area 51, and they're like,
Maybe.
"Can you leave this army base, please?"
But it made me realize, like, the kind of games that we played when we were a kid, they
Shit.
What I mean by today's standards, like they could have, like, they were made by studios. They could probably be made like not all of them, but a decent amount of them could be made by like one or two people.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna-
so much
you're gonna
more accessible now.
cause some uproar.
Sorry.
on that.
I'm not saying
What
like I'm
do you-
not saying like the first Metal Gear Solid could be made by one person, but Area 51.
Well, it was, wasn't it? Hideo Kojima. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all,
sorry,
that's
yeah,
the only
no, I
name on
completely-
there.
yeah. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps and made
Let's get this
Metal
done.
Gear.
I'm sorry. I'm struggling to understand what you're saying. So you're surprised that it wasn't made by.
No. Like it's just that, like how far we've come now in terms of game development, how far the industry has pushed itself, but also how much more accessible the
Yeah, the
resources
tools
are.
are more
Yeah.
accessible.
Because like I feel like genuinely I know basically nothing about game development, but I feel like I could make an FMV game.
On
I think
what?
it'll be-
Using what? What engine? What are you using?
Well,
we talking?
I mean, I would use Unity, but that's like a contention.
no, you
Yeah.
can put it,
Right.
and you don't have to put the
Yeah.
flash screen up anymore.
Freak.
Oh
But-
yeah, true.
Does that mean you want? I can't remember. You went on a tangent about FMV. Are you FMVing the hamster in this scenario? This is 3D
Hey,
world.
maybe.
Oh yeah, hamster.
that
cam-
Cutting that,
Do you know what I
cutting that out would be
Yeah.
a nightmare.
I thought I'd bring us back to.
yeah, thank
Talking
you.
about like future, like if
Well,
you
not
want to
your
take FMV, we could do FMV hamsters because we could do. Have you seen that? Like, there's that YouTube channel called what's it
FMV
called, like
hamster.
2-minute papers or something.
Yeah.
And it's so super interesting guy. It's just like one guy who just gives you like a little overview about a new research paper that has some kind of impact in like I don't know, like
World of hamsters.
in the world of hamsters, like in technology or video games or something. There's usually like things that are kind of like very high concept, interesting
Machine
research
learning,
papers.
like neural
Yeah.
networks. Thing.
And one of them he gave was an example of he used like a tennis game that they had made as like as part of a research paper where the entire game was effectively FMV, like it was all, but you controlled it because they have so many thousands of hours of players playing tennis from the same angle. They could just capture like all of those frames, put it all together, and essentially then
Wait,
you
is it
could
from
just-
like different matches?
from different matches. Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
We can match
if
a
you-
pose. The
but-
poses are basically the same.
but what I mean is, if you decide to, you're in this position, like
Yeah.
3/4 of the way across the court, your side. You decide to hit it 3/4 of the way across their side. They've taken it from that match.
They're suddenly
the
20
code's
years
just like,
older.
yeah,
And that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Just this person shifting and
shifting
like,
in that face.
like the
shifting.
weather and the
Yeah.
lighting is constantly changing. It's just impossible to watch.
You're now standing on just a small patch of clay rather than grass.
right.
But that was like genuinely because it was watching like, and you could control it in real
Mm.
time, but it was using all of that information to be
great.
able to just like make
So
something.
you're saying we do this with hamsters?
Yes,
We've got hundreds and thousands of hours of hamster
Yeah, we need to
footage going to
film-
waste.
we need to film thousands of hours of hamsters from the same angle first.
So we need to make a bespoke cage, get thousands of them,
Yeah,
fill them with hamsters,
uh-huh.
leave them there for a month or so.
I feel like you need like you need to put a camera on the back that looks down behind them, so it's like from a third person angle.
Okay,
Right.
right. So it's a third. Okay,
But yeah, where is it from? Is it first or are you
Oh, it could be
imagining
first. Could be first person.
up there?
I think
I mean,
it
I
was
was
third
thinking
person
you said
in the
GTA,
original
right?
pitch. It's okay. It's GTA now.
You said GTA, but it's a kid's bedroom and everyone's a hamster.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm lost.
Basically, the original idea of the little collectathon, like a casual collectathon with dumb stuff that you can like. I fell onto the car and I've spun around the loop.
Yeah.
It's ended me up, and that's how I flung onto the bed. And now I can climb up the small chain on the blind. But if I was a heavier hamster, it might start
If you had
pulling it
more
down.
seeds.
The more seeds I have,
I think
like,
it should be weighing up how far you can go and how much you're carrying, knowing there's a time limit to get back to your cage or
so
whatever.
you're just a hamster that can become encumbered and over.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like just
Yes.
any
So
Bethesda.
the bigger
style.
your cheeks, the heavier you are.
Your cheeks just basically sag until they hit the floor.
Yeah,
and
you
you
have to
can't
drag.
move. You can't
You
move
do
anymore.
effectively do a series of runs, so you'll have to be like, right, how many seeds can I
Yeah.
get in this run?
Like Tarkov.
Yeah.
It's Tarkov, and you're trying to bring your own like individual tools.
And every
to
time
recover.
you go in, you choose. You be like, okay, am I gonna have shotgun mouth?
So
this
what
time?
are the?
Yeah.
What are
Right, SMG.
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, you're scavenging for stuff, and then you have to fight against the scavs.
I feel like,
this
well,
is like Sim and
gerbils.
You're
There are-
against.
there are gerbils.
no,
against
there
other-
there could be a cat who like roams the area, just on like a patrol. You
Right.
have to stealth, but if
And
he runs at you, you can go. And
Then
you
you're
just-
losing your precious resources
And
that you
you're-
need to store
Yeah.
Yeah.
for upcoming
it's
hibernation.
the risk reward of I could take more points, or I could use them to defend myself
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stay alive.
It's Dave the Diver.
It's Dave the Diver. Isn't Dave the Diver basically at every game?
Well, kind of. I mean, you're going down. You're picking up more and more fish. Except fish is ammo. Except in this case, it's not fish. It's sunflower seeds, and you're not Dave. You're a hamster.
Yeah.
You could
Okay.
be called Dave.
Dave the hamster.
Dave the hamster.
That's the
So that's
name of the game.
I mean,
Okay.
Big Tom.
There you go, Dave
All right.
the hamster, the collectible GTA-like.
I feel like we'll save the GTA for the sequel that no one expects.
Yeah. Well, Jazzy Lightning. Hopefully, that's inspired you for hopefully what will be your first game, and I can't wait
Thanks,
to play
Jazzy.
it.
I don't know if we made it more fun, but doing the Tony Hawks in the bathtub, that's the way to
We
go.
definitely added some feature creep and probably 16 months dev time.
That's fine. Jazzy
Minimum.
can sort that out, can't you?
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, you
First
also
game
need
is
a
fun.
warehouse full of hamster cages so you can record.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
need.
FMV.
I think that's going to be
absolutely.
the big expense, and also trying to convince publishers I need this 2 million. 1.8 of that is spent on making a hamster neural network machine learning.
Hamster
And the
yeah,
rest is on legal fees for when Peter come after us.
and disposal.
And dispose that.
vet bills.
Someone will go for that. That sounds like a Devolver game to me.
This sounds like a Jazzy Lightning game to me.
Yeah, a Jazzy. I think if we were rolling dice, that would be a critical fail.
Okay.
Oh, that was we were all speaking quite positively about
No,
that.
Yeah.
our idea. Like, I think the idea of like putting 2 million into it to create a
No
hamster
one's
neural
no one's
network.
put-
Just
no,
would you play it?
it's
I don't think
pure mechanics.
the idea
wise.
itself. I'm into that. I would play that. I would play it as like a. I feel like it's a Steam Deck game. You know, I'm downstairs. I'm chilling
Yeah.
on the sofa. I'm like,
Not
I don't
worthy
want
of
to.
turning your PC.
I don't want to go upstairs. I don't want to go upstairs and play Cyberpunk on a desktop PC. I want to chill on this. I want to play N+, and something that's like
The plus.
that I can just tune off to, have a podcast on, have a TV show. I'll play
A podcast like
I Am
what?
Hamster. A podcast like, how about? Oh my God, Tom!
Hi, Alex.
What about Mystery Quest?
Mystery Quest. What's that?
Mystery Quest is a new podcast.
Awful.
This is a hell of a segue.
Oh, what a segment.
That was lovely. Mystery Quest is a brand new podcast. I was just going to mention it at the end, but this is
Oh,
probably
no, I mean, let's do
better.
it. in a
Talk
minute.
over each other. The information is a lot clearer.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Mystery
Mystery
Quest
Quest
is a
is
really
a
cool
really
podcast
good
as part of
podcast.
Pickaxe. It's like RPGs from all the people in Yogscast that you know and love.
Yeah.
They've got loads of different series along loads of different
Well, they currently have 2
tabletop
series.
2 series, but more incoming.
Yeah.
Of loads of different tabletop role playing games.
So it's like it's not high. It's not like what High Rollers do. It's like one shots, right? It's just one shots
Yep,
with Tom Clark.
with Tom Clark
He's hosting it.
as your DM.
Different
Mark
guests all the
Humes,
time.
Dungeon Master of High Rollers,
Yeah.
is a member. Is in a
He
series
was
on
in
that
more.
as well.
I edited one of those.
Mork
It
Borg?
was really
What?
good.
You got there in the
It
end.
was very
Got
good.
there in the end. Oh look, there you go, Pickaxe. There's your promo.
Um, it's genuinely good. It's not just on a podcast format. They also record it, put it out on the Mystery Quest channel. And there's like memberships. You can join memberships to look at post-game chat. It's fun.
It's good. There
I've
you go.
enjoyed it.
And if you listen to the end, we'll have more suggestions from the Pickaxe Network.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
I'm good at promotions.
I am hamster.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not into
Steam
it.
Deck game.
All right, Steam Deck.
Steam Deck game.
There you go.
Yeah, it's nice.
That
Okay.
one gets a
Wholesome.
Steam Deck rating from me. That one gets
Steam Deck verified.
a Dreamcast demo disc that you forgot
I would play that if
days
it was
later.
on a yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go home and emulate Toy Commander because I legally own it. I can legally create a
certainly
copy.
Own it
Um,
from years ago. I
Is there
can't prove it.
multiplayer?
Multiplayer?
You know the game that I really want to play, which I think is actually available on PC because it's on GOG from Dreamcast, is Trick Style. Remember Trick Style?
Is that a snowboarding game?
it sounds like
No, it
rollerblading.
wasn't a snowboarding game. It was you had a board that hovered, and it was in the
Oh my god, I had the demo for this one too. I had so many demo discs.
that game badass. There was nothing else like it at the time. Now there's lots of
It
things.
was like a SSX, but you're on a hoverboard.
Right.
And it was-
So a little bit F-Zero-y as well, because
Yeah.
I think it was a race, right?
or Power Stone. Do you remember that? That was
Oh my
surely
god, what
the
is
best,
happening, Alex?
the best Dreamcast game ever made. I would think.
Power Stone.
Hydro Thunder was my one, the powerboat racing one.
I don't even. Oh, I do
It was
remember that
so
one.
Good.
Oh, but Power Stone was like, I can't believe they haven't even remade. They haven't.
Also, Sonic
You-
Adventure 2.
This is you've spoken about.
I
this
was such a
game
PlayStation
before
kid. Like
in
I
this
don't know any of
podcast.
those games.
Have I really?
You've spoken about Power Stone before, yeah. And apparently,
Context.
it was re-released for Switch.
No.
No, wait. Cult classic Power Stone could find new life on Nintendo.
Oh,
They're not.
Boo.
It didn't
They're not
happen.
doing it.
It didn't happen.
Dreamcast died.
The
All
dream
right.
has died.
The dream has died. Jazzy Lightning, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
your lovely Steam Deck idea. We would all play it on our Steam Decks.
We would.
I'd play it.
In the
3
comfort
out
of our
of
playing it
3
right
Steam
now.
Decks.
three,
Oh,
Ste-
What?
What? 3 out of 3 Steam Decks.
3 out of 3 Steam Decks. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Let's go.
That's a good rating.
Well, there you go. That one gets a 3 out of 3.
All right. We need another dice roll, Chris. What number are you
You know what, Alex? I'm fed up listening to other people's ideas. What I want is Tom's best friend to give us an idea.
Oh, you
one,
mean?
Tom's one and only friend?
Oh, you can't be talking about Mr. GPT himself.
Charles
Charles
GPT himself.
GPT, who I've had a conversation with, as I always do, every morning and every night. Hello, Mr. GPT. Do you love me?
No.
Are you my friend?
As an AI interactive language model, I can't love. Could you try?
Oh,
So you want to chat
Can't or won't?
Yes.
Won't.
Well, I sent one in earlier, just before we went live.
Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one I made earlier. I said, "Hi, Mr. GPT. We're recording a new episode of the hit podcast Pitch Please for the podcasting
Did you miss an
event."
S out there
Excuse me.
before hit?
For the shit podcast Pitch Please for the podcasting event Pickaxe Week. It's a podcast where we pitch unique, revolutionary game ideas to game developers to see if we can make them. Can you give me an idea to present to the other guys in the episode? And then Chris told me to add, I'm feeling flirty.
And that's all. I haven't seen the reply.
Well, have you seen the reply?
I've seen the reply, and it's a good
Okay.
one. I've had a conversation with him about this.
The whole time he's
and
chatting
I
away.
told you to stop just after the first.
And,
you're going to come across as a bit.
Look,
a bit
GPT
too-
has boundaries. You need to.
It doesn't.
You need to learn.
3
No
days
boundaries.
before sending
tried.
a reply.
Well, I've tried. So it latched onto I'm feeling flirty, which is exactly what we wanted. And Mr. GPT replied with, "Of course. How about a game called Love Quest, the Dating Dungeon, where players navigate a fantasy world filled with monsters and challenges, but instead of battling them, they go on dates to build relationships and alliances."
I wondered where that was going to go.
They fuck them. It adds a unique twist to both dating sims and RPGs, making it a fresh and flirty concept for your podcast
amazing.
pitch.
Doesn't this already exist though?
Isn't just Baldur's Gate without the combat?
It's a little bit Baldur's Gate. Now that I think about it, it's Baldur's Gate,
Baldur's Gate.
but you can't bang everything.
That's
Most
Wow.
things,
not with that attitude.
most things, but not everything in
That's
Baldur's
our
Gate.
tagline. You can't bang everything? Question mark. It's a challenge.
It's a shame Dungeon Daddy's already taken because that would also be a good.
Yeah, that
Dungeon
works as
Daddy.
well.
Yeah, well, we can
Dungeon Dilfs.
because no one. So, would you? What would you want to see in Love Quest, the dating dungeon?
I mean, this immediately made me just think of Dream Daddy, which is, I guess, it's not quite the same thing, but that was great.
But instead of dating your dad,
And dating dads. I mean,
It's,
that dads is fine. Well, is it different? Like, is it dungeon
That's a fine.
creatures that you would find in dungeons,
Yeah.
like goblins and
A beholder.
a beholder?
Instead of having
I am beholden
combat, you
to
just
you.
sit down. You're like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Mimic.
Mr. Mimic.
Yeah, like what do you like doing at weekends?
Or like a chest.
Yeah, well, what do you like doing at weekends? Oh, what's your favorite hobby?
Staying
can I
here
buy you a
until
drink?
someone opens me and then killing them.
Yeah, but you need
What's
to
that? What's
open
that?
a you
That
need
would
to
be
open
funny.
dialogue.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
what
listening.
does Mr. Mimic do on his day off?
He likes long walks on the beach and just tugging one out in the evenings, Alex. I had nothing. I was trying to think of something, and that's all that was
You
in
were
my
trying to
head.
come up with like a really romantic
Yeah.
storyline there, weren't you?
Yeah. And everything in my
Alright.
brain was like,
good.
"Gotta touch it.
Yeah, I've got to say.
He's got that big old tongue."
If I was a mimic, I would.
All right.
Um,
well, what about a beholder then?
A beholder likes to look lovingly into your eye
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
with its many tentacled eyes.
Will it only? I thought a beholder only has.
Has what? Well, depends.
One big eye, right?
One big eye, many tentacled eyes. At least
So
in
its
D&D.
tentacles have eyes on the end.
Yeah, in D&D it does.
What does it need them?
To look,
look
at
at-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Likes
What-
to read.
Yeah, he's
Wasn't
a
he that
big
many?
book reader.
Yeah.
He reads a lot
Reads
of
lots of. He's
erotic
very
fan
clever.
fiction in.
You
in
can't
on
get
the
enough. He's
You
got-
have to take something about that character, and it translates into like a trait. And he's big into books.
And that means you have
Anyone got
gifts
big
that you
ears?
can give them as well.
Okay, I
But
like
you have
this.
to scrounge from dungeons.
Yes. So all the time you're
okay.
like, oh,
no, okay, yeah, I like
you're picking
that.
up random shit. That now
Yes.
becomes useful. Like, oh, I have a gift for you.
Yeah.
So the
And,
kind of
you
get
know.
so there are lots of times in Baldur's Gate or these like CRPGs, I think, like when you're just like picking up lots of different items and you're like, all of this is just shit.
Is
I'm gonna
garbage.
have to
Until-
mark it as trash.
Yeah, until you find a bugbear in the wilds that's like swinging its
Yeah.
bloody hammer at you, yelling, "I love flowers," which is a bit of an on-the-nose hint at
Yeah.
their requirements.
Uh-huh.
But if you just give them some flowers, you're caught.
So the idea is everything you pick up, well, nothing you pick up is
trash.
is
No,
trash.
no,
Everything-
all useful.
is going
Can
to
be
make someone
useful.
happy.
So you
Everything
can
is
romance
someone
the
happy.
monsters.
Yeah. Okay.
But you might get to a point where you're trying to get through somewhere, and it's like you find out they like this, and you're like, I didn't pick that up. I should have gone back. You can't carry everything.
Alternatively, I
you
would
should
let
do
you
it.
through here, but you're currently in a relationship with.
Oh
Ah. But you can be all about being flirty. So you'd be like, that's all right. Just
Yeah, but what if
is-
Skeleton finds out?
Ah,
It'll
yeah.
break your bones. You don't want that.
then,
so,
then it's fighting. Then it's battle.
Then it's Baldur's Gate. Then it's just a D&D combat. But
How, like, can you romance anyone? Like
Everyone.
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 Everyone, yeah.
Everyone has a fully scripted scene.
Right.
Scene.
You know, a scene
And
Maybe
scene.
maybe
of whatever capacity.
and
you
that's
hope
where
it
the
is.
FMV comes in.
That's the
Right,
FMV that
right.
we've been filming people for
I
a
want to
long
see the
time.
mimic.
We've got a lot of footage that we can use
Tons of
any
footage.
angle and position and replace it with any beholder or skeleton.
Yeah,
Hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
hundreds and thousands.
The internet.
We've created a neural network of weird D&D creatures fucking each other.
Yeah,
Wait, am I a weird in this scenario? Are we a weird
No, we're
creature?
I
or
thought
are
it
we
was a
just
character,
you
it's a
play-
character creation scheme.
Oh, so we can
Yeah.
be anything.
yeah.
and
So
you
you-
can fuck anything.
Great. Let's
If you want some inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
I asked Mr. GPT,
Oh,
what kind of creatures can I date?
Okay.
And it gave me a list, and then I asked for names for them as well.
All right.
So here are some hot and alluring names for
Okay,
the
so
characters.
we've just entered the dungeon for the first time.
These are the kind of characters
Mm-hmm.
that you will encounter on your journey through the realms of
Does it give us a species?
yes.
Okay, so that we have to then come up with a trait that we think would go with
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
If we know
So
what they are.
We need to flesh out who these people are,
Yeah,
their
okay.
intricacies, their gifts, their likes, their dislikes,
kinks.
Okay.
their kinks,
All right.
their
okay.
turn-offs.
Yeah.
So some hot and alluring names for the characters in Love Quest: The Dating Dungeon. Ilara Nightshade, the elven enchantress with a hint of mystery.
Loves anal.
Okay. Okay. And what sort of
I thought we'd start strong. I thought we'd start strong.
what gifts are you giving Ilara Nightshade?
I don't know.
I don't want to go down this road.
No, we can go nice gifts.
I feel like
Who is Ilara Nightshade,
I
Alex?
feel like an elf is just too basic. Like elves are in everything.
Right.
Get them. I don't want an elf in
Well,
this game.
they're gonna. But if you're playing a fantasy game, you're gonna want to bang an elf.
All right, fine.
Right, fine. If I have to, I'll bang an
Quick
elf.
180.
Sounds-
You've stopped
Quick.
per my arm.
oh God.
I mean, an elf. Elves are just like.
Maybe you don't want to.
So my
I
head
do.
went to- my head went to like the blood elves in WoW, right? So like magic.
Oh, a new
So,
Valore Delina.
Anything to. Well, you really do.
Yeah.
So, some kind of magical items, anything infused with magic. So maybe you have to find an item and then imbue it with magic. Maybe you have to find. Okay, so maybe you have to find some kind of item, but it's not imbued.
Imbue it as
In order to imbue it with magic, you have to develop a relationship with a different creature that can imbue it.
Well, this is an elven
yeah.
enchantress.
Oh, she's an enchantress.
She's already an enchantress.
She imbues her own
Yeah.
things.
Shit. Well, I guess there's nothing we can offer. then.
She's taken, actually.
Tom's already been.
Yeah. It's an online game. There are hundreds of thousands of characters that you can date, but the moment one person starts dating them, they're taken. No one else can do it
Okay, right. so
Unless
yeah,
they break up.
unless they break
we'd have
up.
to make
Then they're like just
tens of thousands.
So there's like a
a
whole.
horde of people just like clamoring around this person. Oh, this game's creepy.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
okay,
it's-
no longer online.
It's no longer online.
Next character.
That makes it less.
How about maybe if Alara Nightshade isn't your cup of tea, Alex, maybe you'd be into Aldrich Flameheart, the daring dragon rider with a fiery spirit.
Pegging.
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's 6 of these, by the way, so get those. lined up.
I'm already. I'm tapped out. Now.
Okay. What sort of thing would Aldrich Flameheart be into?
Leather, probably.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a leather daddy.
Like
He's
a swing.
He is a dragon rider, a daring dragon rider.
Dragonborn or dragon.
Dragon rider.
That's what I meant.
So definitely
You are dragonborn. He's a dragon rider.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there we go.
So he's definitely into. He's a strong, proud character, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's definitely like a dom.
Sure.
Yeah.
I reckon he's
A
probably.
sample.
This
Or
is
a
meant. This was meant.
probably-
Okay, when we started,
We
it
said
was like.
we said kinks.
But that was just
We're
one
getting
of
that out of the way
When we were
first.
talking about the mimic earlier, it was like long walks on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned. You immediately said whacking himself off, but like,
He doesn't even have hands.
with his tongue. But like, I want to know what are these people? What do they do? For
I
fun?
reckon for fun. What's the name? Aldrich.
Aldrich Flameheart.
Aldrich Flameheart probably is like. I think he must be a bit of like a sports bro.
He's a jock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's proud, like he's strong, athletic. You need to be strong to ride a dragon. It's not easy. Takes a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Like
So-
like
well, he's-
runner
he's a
or
big
gym
boy.
bro? Is he like if you bring him some heavy?
I think
ore-
he's
protein.
like
He's a
super.
protein.
I think he's super competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
His favorite
So
gift
But
is
deep down,
eggs.
deep down, doesn't really love himself.
Yeah.
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 And you have
Yeah.
to teach.
And that's what the
So
gift
you have to
give
beat
him.
you have to beat him in a race, and then that's when he finally.
Oh,
like,
he learns that it's
he
actually
learns
okay
it's
to lose.
okay,
Yeah.
and then you make out.
All right, I like that.
Easy.
Okay.
And you fuck it.
Peg.
And then you poke him. Yeah. Okay.
He's a dom until sub.
You have to. Yeah. You have to teach him.
Yeah.
Both.
Time to be a
Both.
sub.
Yeah.
Aldrich.
Okay.
What about Zara Spice Blitz, who is a goblin gourmet who
She's a goblin.
who adds spice to your life? I mean, it's obvious the gifts here. Various different foodstuffs, right?
Yeah.
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 Dwarven flesh.
So I think if watching The Bear has taught me anything about making food, making food is all about trying to make other people
What, is
happy.
he a druid?
Hands.
Did that get you, Tom? Was that good?
There's always one, like every time we record. Something. Chris will say something.
I had a mouthful of coffee when he said that. It just caught me off guard. God damn it.
Yeah, I reckon.
It was so like on topic as well.
That's so dumb.
I love how your glasses are steaming up. You're just so happy.
Oh, God. Just the worst joke.
What's the name again?
Zara Spice Blitz.
Zara Spice Blitz.
Yep.
They are. I don't know. Maybe this is too close to Aldrich, but my feeling is I'm imagining like crazy chefs, like Marco Pierre White, Gordon Ramsay, kind of chef.
Yeah.
Right. But they're a tough nut with a soft inside. All they want to do is make other people happy, really, because that's what cooking is about. You're trying to make other people.
Right.
You want to be accepted, right? You want other people to be like, good job, well done.
So if you find like a really good knife or weapon, you could be like, you could chop so much
Yeah.
stuff with this.
Yeah. So it's not just ingredients; it's also tools.
Making them a better chef.
Yeah. But actually, what they really want is.
Just
If they want accepted, then it probably goes back to their parents. So you have to find one of their estranged. You have to find their estranged mother
Right.
and bring them back and reunite them. That's
Okay.
that's the end goal of that.
So Zara Spice Blitz estranged parents.
Yes,
Okay. Would you want to
they're
get
also in the
down?
dungeon somewhere.
They're in, oh,
You
they're
can
in,
romance them.
they're trapped. Okay. You can romance. Oh, of course you can romance them as well.
Everyone.
You can romance
Yeah.
everyone in the game.
Sorry, I'm not interested in you. You are dating my daughter right now. Maybe you'd want to get down with Marina Moonkissed, the mermaid muse with a seductive charm.
What
What half?
mermaid in a dungeon?
It doesn't say what half. Let me ask.
Let's assume
What
fish bottom.
half mermaid are we talking for what was her name? Marina Moonkiss.
Marina
Yeah.
Moon kiss.
So you just carry on for a bit. I'm just
Well-
going to chat with Mr. GPT.
What does she's a mermaid, so she obviously there's got to be something.
Shells.
No, I don't think it's. I think it's got to be deeper than that. It can't just be
Haha.
stuff to do with the sea. I reckon
A
that's
chair with
probably
wheels
really
on it that
annoying
you
to a
can,
mermaid.
like, just push them around.
If you're a mermaid or a merman or a merperson, you probably
Legs.
are sick of people being like. It's like it's
Bring
like
us some legs.
as game developers, people come to you and they're like,
Next
"Oh, I've got a
episode.
great idea for a game. Do you want to hear it?" You're probably sick of that. Like this podcast, what we do in this podcast. but outside,
Only
outside,
3 or 4 years of it. It's fine.
but like, or if you're a comedian and people are like,
yeah, I've got.
"Oh, I've got a great joke. Hey, listen to this one." I reckon it's probably like that. You're probably sick of anything aquatic.
Yeah,
Like,
they're more than just a mermaid
yeah, exactly.
or merperson.
what would they want?
I reckon.
Oh, hang on, Tom's gonna.
Well, I was going to just. You're on the right track.
Okay.
ChatGPT is not very adventurous with this. I said, "What half mermaid are we talking for Marina Moonkissed? Is she fish bottom, human top, or vice versa?" And they said, "For Marina Moonkissed, let's go with the classic mermaid configuration: fish bottom, human top." This traditional mermaid appearance should provide a familiar yet enchanting character for your game, fitting perfectly into the fantasy world of Love Quest, the dating dungeon. So
There we go.
regular.
I don't know how Marina Moonkissed is going to traverse a dungeon with a fish bottom.
I was thinking like, I was thinking like, what gifts? And my mind just went outboard motor. Just strap it on the back.
Just
You
a
say that
Zonai
she's just
device.
now-
I
Just
think that's
stick
the
a
most
fan on the back.
offensive gift that you can give a merperson.
Not what?
Because it implies that they can't do the work themselves.
No, but that's like saying I've bought you a car.
How
No.
fucking
You can
dare
still get from A to
Fuck
B,
you.
but I've bought
I
you
don't.
to
Hey,
get
fuck
it
you.
quicker.
Fuck you.
I know.
I don't think they want to do. I think if anything, they want to feel accepted outside of their aquatic society. All of these people just want to be accepted. Maybe this is saying something more about me.
Yeah.
Alex, this isn't therapy.
Okay, Alex, just real quick.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with Aurelia Stonebrawn, the mystical minotaur with rugged appeal? They want to be
Mystical.
accepted.
People
it
keep running away from them because they're a minotaur.
It comes down to.
She
I
just
mean,
wants a hug.
Loves
they've
crosswords.
got a brawly appearance
Sudoku.
because
Yeah.
because they didn't get treated very well at school. They had a bad time, and so they had to
Dungeon
bulk
school.
up and try and like make themselves look good and feel good that way. When actually They just want someone to accept them and tell them, "Good job. I like you for who
And
you
when
are."
And also,
when Aurelius
occasionally fuck. Remember,
Yeah,
that's the,
sometimes
that's
peg
the
them.
plot of this game.
yeah, when Aurelius Stonebrawn was in school being bullied, were they also wearing a fedora and leather coat, going
Yeah,
to like
definitely.
Japanese? Because I'm
All these
starting to feel
characters.
like
That's how I'm picturing
all these characters are
characters.
you, but in various outfits.
Yeah.
Well, what sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Projection are you planning on putting on Seraphina Enigma, the sorceress sphinx who keeps you guessing? I like that one.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Sometimes it burns when they pee.
That character sounds almost like Harley Quinn-esque to me. They just sound like a bit of a wild cards.
They
I was
are a
gonna say
sphinx.
Joker. A sphinx.
Like a well, scratching post.
Maybe
Giant scratching post.
So maybe they want to be.
hamster.
Maybe they want to be real. They want to be like made flesh.
But
Sphinx is
so
made of
a minute ago,
stone.
I'm just going to say we were accepting of the mermaids, but it's stone people. Oof. Alex is drawing a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm.
If you
I'm
give
not
them
into
an
that.
anti-petrification stone or whatever potion,
Yeah.
That's it. They,
That'll
yeah, so
piss 'em off.
They were. They were.
I don't want to be a regular cat. I'm happy being a sphinx.
They've been petrified.
I, Seraphina Enigma, declare us broken up.
Okay. All right. Well,
Good luck getting
I
through
com-
that
I
door. You're
completely
going to have to
misread
go
that
and see
relationship.
the little goblin lady.
I need to
Go
get a
back to
sledgehammer.
Zara Spice Blitz, you hussy. This is real dialogue from the game.
All right. I'm stuck. I need to go and find. What was the Minotaur?
Aurelius
Can't even
Stonebrawn.
remember her name.
I need to get Aurelia Stonebrawn to charge through the Sphinx door for me.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
but
have to
2
go
weeks
and-
back, you
Well, it's fine. You can borrow
too early.
you can borrow the saddle you lent the second jock guy who likes to dominate.
Aldrich Flameheart.
You can borrow the saddle you gifted him
Right.
to ride the Minotaur through the wall. It's all linked.
Yeah, it is.
Can we start a D&D game where all of us are characters from this list?
I like that.
And
So you're
we
all
just-
different
we would just try and
versions
fuck
of
each other.
me.
Until someone picks the mermaid and they just stuck at the start. Like, well, no water.
Yeah.
So
Can I come on land?
No.
Alex says no.
roll
What
an
are the D&D
athletics.
mechanics of pegging?
What are you
How does-
wrong hole? 10 and above.
It's a weapon attack.
Okay, right.
Quarterstaff. I don't know.
All right.
One.
What is this game? Has this game changed at all since the GPT pitch? Have we done anything to it, or was it just perfect? To
It was
begin with?
perfect to
It was
begin with.
perfect, but we added
We've expanded on it. What
lots.
What do
of
we have
things.
currently? What? Because do we have time for? We got time for one more lightning game.
Yeah,
I reckon.
okay. So a lightning one. We had one from Squick. Golf, but backwards.
Vlog.
Vlog.
Correct. Now, what is backwards golf to you? Because I guarantee you are not guessing this.
So you start in the hole,
Mm,
and you need to get it to
the tee.
the tee. Or-
Alternatively, you are the hole,
You are the
and
hole.
you're trying to get to the ball.
Yeah, that could work. But
Any other
you're-
variations of backwards golf? Because please, I
Isn't that
want
just
you to
what
guess
the
this.
bat and what the golf. Sorry.
It's kind of what the golf, yeah.
Yeah.
I did that
Well,
already.
what? But hang on. What is the opposite? What is the polar opposite of golf?
Football.
No, that's still
I
got a
don't
ball in it.
Yeah, so it's not. It doesn't have a ball. It's not a sport.
Like building a pyramid.
Jet fighter.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see
high
any
risk of
comparison
death.
between the two things.
Sharp objects.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Rock
it's big.
climbing.
Rock climbing.
Still feels quite slow. I want something faster.
Oh, you need
Faster than
fast,
golf.
okay.
Formula
yeah,
One.
Okay.
Formula One.
But it's still,
Still got goal.
yeah, there's still a competitive element though. What's the exact opposite of golf?
Yeah, it can't be competitive.
Can't be competitive, can't be slow, can't have a ball in it, can't have a hole in it, can't have people, can't have clubs.
Oh, it's a tricky one.
Probably
Probably doesn't exist.
sleeping. No,
Yeah.
sleeping.
Well, that's got people in it.
That's got people in
I
it.
think you need to
Sleeping's
get
got-
rid of the people requirement. I keep blocking your face, Tom, with
Please
my
don't.
hand.
For podcast listeners, he's blocking my fucking face.
My light.
Well, golf but backwards, flog by Squick. The ball is a frog.
Oh, here we go. More frogs.
The player builds a golf course with wacky gadgets, and the aim is to make the frog automatically jump in the hole in par. This could be competitive multiplayer to make it more than a puzzle game. Each player places obstacles to aid their own frog and stop the other player's frogs. I was just blown away by
And we had this.
the
Or am I
intro.
just completely? We didn't we have a game recently which was like golf. And
But
you
you're a
placed-
frog.
It was
I
the,
don't-
it was the battle golf,
Bat-
similar to the Mario one.
What was Battle Golf?
Literally, I think it was the last one we recorded that hasn't gone out yet.
Don't remember
Well, there you
that.
go.
everyone.
We have.
There is
we're
already a game
self-referential
called
now.
Frolf.
Wait,
Frolf.
Are you
does this
kidding
game,
me?
Does this exact game exist? Frolf. Disc golf. No.
Sounds like golf, but
Frolf.
the ball is a frog.
Frolf. Frolf. I'm not saying anything about Frolf.
No, I
Frolf.
think this is
Pitch please is the
You go
opposite.
through
of
it.
The
golf,
synonym
you're
of
right.
disc
Yeah.
golf.
incorrect.
What the fuck is Frolf on Reddit?
Frolf.
Frolf is disc golf.
Steam?
Frolf the movie. There's a
Nah.
movie. Frolf.
I do.
Doesn't exist.
I mean, back to the pitch. I do like the idea of a
Thanks.
ultimate chicken horse, but you're a frog, and it's a golf course, and you kind of build like a Rube Goldberg machine to get into the hole,
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh,
kind of
I love the idea of building like a Rube Goldberg machine.
but like all at the same time. And do they overlap, or is it your own course?
So is that kind of like so it's almost like a marble style game, but you have an objective, and maybe you have to use. Is it like you have to use all of the components to create
Yeah.
this machine?
Do you control the frog, or do you just set it loose?
I think you set it loose and it just goes. Like a wind-up
Yeah.
boy.
Frog.
Like a frog.
Like a golf
wants
ball,
to
you
do.
just let it go into the world.
Well, this is the polar opposite of golf, remember?
Apparently, it's called Ribbit King. I think he's just making a search. No, it exists. Ribbit King is a 2003 sports video game developed by Infinity and Jamsworks.
For the GameCube
published
and
by
PlayStation
Bandai.
2.
The game is based on the fictional sport of Frolf,
This game
which is a
exists.
golf-like game played with frogs.
What the hell? All right.
Job that was lightning round.
Hey, Squick.
Job done.
You sent us a game that exists.
You're gonna get done for piracy.
Done here.
You
Squick.
Googled an old game thinking it would get by us? No. Not on our live episode when we've got Hugo Troito backing us up for the research. You can't get by us.
Fact check.
forgot-
We're smarter than that.
our one listener, our one consistent listener.
There you go. Frolf. Also, in the 156th episode of Seinfeld, The Summer of George, he plays Frolf.
He does. Are you? Have you gotten that
that
far?
didn't immediately
That's a
come to
fucking
mind.
classic episode.
in the 22nd
good.
and final episode of season 8, Alex, just
The
off the
Summer
top of
of
the
George.
dome. The Summer of George.
Okay. What have we got? All right, we've got 5 minutes left. Should we discuss our favourite pitch out of? How many have we done?
We
Right.
did
Well,
did four.
with that.
4, including Frolf.
Good. I thought we were going to get through 3.
No, we are.
Well, we did 3,
Nothing if not
and then,
fast.
and then 1 in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we did
Well,
3
yeah.
and then piracy. We copied a game.
That was a Bandai Namco game.
What
We were under threat.
what was your favourite out of today's pictures?
I think a universe in which everything is dateable. I want to enter that world.
Interesting.
That actually.
If only to just fully explore how bad I am at communicating with things. I'm the same in Baldur's Gate. I didn't pick up the signs that Shadowheart just wasn't into me.
I was the other way. I didn't pick up the signs that she was. I just thought 'cause
Okay.
it was just, like all she did was she was like, "Oh, do you want to just like have a chat after the party?"
With her classic Shadowheart head wiggle.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's have a because I can get to know you better."
Yeah.
And then the scene was basically like, "So, do you want to fuck?"
There is, okay, so with Gale in Baldur's Gate, there is one bit where he's like, do you want to, I'm a wizard, do you want to see like some magic?
My dick.
It's pronounced magic.
I have a staff.
See magic. I love magic. No, he's literally just like, you want to see a spell? It's really cool. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like if it's dancing lights, the light cantrip, just show me something. I'm into it. And then he comes out from behind a tree totally naked.
I mean, that's my move as well.
Want to see some magic? But yeah, I just want to go into a universe where I am so desperately unfuckable
Wait, do you mean go into or get out of?
Oh, Alex.
Wow.
Oh, and on that burning zing, I think that was Pitch Please.
I think
I'm gonna go
cry
cry
in the car.
cry in my car.
Thank you so much for everyone who. I'm sorry we didn't get through. Like there were way more.
There were more, yeah.
Pictures over the last week or two, and maybe we'll get through them in future podcasts, which we will have up. I guess this one will go out this week. We'll just put it out. We'll put it out as the next one.
I don't know why you're saying this now. Anyone that's listening this far has already listened.
We're putting it out right. It's happened.
We're putting it. It's out.
It's out.
It's here.
Congratulations, you've listened to it.
So if this is the first time listening to us, thank you so much for tuning in and giving
Yeah.
us a go.
Please consider going through the back catalogue. There is some zingers in there,
There's a lot of it. Also, we
like
do kind of
episode 1
episode
and episode 3,
One.
and like episode 13.
We also do year-end kind of wrap-ups, usually with Matthew Castle, where we try and
The famous author of the Castleverse.
yeah, of the Castleverse. If you liked this, or you think you could do a better job of coming up with an idea,
Do your own podcast.
then or if you have an idea for a pitch, then you can send us your ideas. Where can they send them, Tom?
You can send them to us on X at Pitch Please
yeah.
Pud, which is
Yeah.
Pitch Please without any vowels, or you can send it to us via email.
Checking his phone.
Uh,
He's stalling.
uh,
yeah.
just open up your email at
Sorry.
Gmail, Outlook, whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Any email you want.
James knows
Any
it.
email you want.
Yahoo.
Do you have an email account?
I have a AOL.
Sorry.
Does that still work?
You can send it to us. pitchpleasepod at yogscast.com
There you go.
With all the vowels.
with all the vowels. And if you want to, hey, send us a voice pitch as well. We love those.
We love
We
the
love
love to
voice
listen to
pitches.
them. We had some a long time ago that was a audio experience. It had sound effects and everything. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I just want that.
Thank you so much for
Build the
everyone who sent them in so
universe.
far. Thank you everyone for listening to us. The next thing up, which is tomorrow at 3:30, I believe, is Cast Party.
Cast Party are going to be
yeah.
doing a live episode as part of the Pitch
Please, the Pitch Please week.
Pickaxe Week. So yeah, check that out as well as all the other cool banging podcasts
Yeah, I think
part of
actually,
this network.
I think it's Cast Party followed by Mystery Quest. The one we talked about earlier. Next up on the streams
That sounded like the catchphrase buzzer.
is Dav and Joe playing Dota, apparently.
Yeah.
Which
There you
I might be completely wrong about this. Maybe Piran's in the office. Is he joining them? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Said it now.
Dota up next on
yeah,
the
he's
Yogscast
definitely there.
channel.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
Thank you.
back to
8
the
o'clock
podcast.
exactly. We've nailed it. Thank you everyone for listening. See ya.
See ya.
Goodbye. Bye now. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Love you then.
Bye.
Bye.